Hi, welcome to this explanation of the formation of wavecut platforms and cliffs, or a wavecut platform. Okay, so what I want you to imagine, please, is that we have a cliff and in comes a wave, and the wave hits the cliff at the kind of area where the wave hits the cliff, and as it's coming in there and it's battering this area here, there is all sorts of erosion taking place. So if you remember the different processes, it's hydraulic action taking place, forcing the air into the cracks that are there. There's bits of rock in there, and those are being slammed against the cliff, particularly on a really stormy day. And over time, it starts to eat away at the cliff. And it does it at around the watermark. Okay, so where the waves are, you start getting this kind of a feature. So you get this kind of notch or a cave. And if you were walking along, you'd see this running along the bottom of the cliff where the waves hit. And this is called a wave cut notch. So a notch is a sort of something that's nicked out, really. So this is a notch. It's an area that's been eaten away by the waves. It's been cut by the waves. And over time this happens. Now the bit above, so if you were stood here in this cave type feature, there'd be a bit of rock above you, and this hangs over, and very helpfully it is called the overhang. Now eventually, as this wave cut notch gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the waves continue to erode, eventually the overhang becomes really unstable and it falls down. So it will sort of break there and that bit falls down. And then that bit is broken down by hydraulic action and abrasion. This big pile of rubble, big pile of rocks that is has fallen, gets taken away. And then we end up, if you imagine, if there was a house here, so once that's gone, the house is much nearer the edge now. So if that house is there, we end up with this situation because the bottom of the wave cut notch is still there. And this is called, this flat area in front of the cliff is called a wave cut platform. And it's basically the bottom of the wave cut notch. However, the waves continue to slam into the cliff because they're still there, and abrasion and hydraulic action starts to eat away, and we get another wave cut notch forming with another overhang above. And of course, very sadly for the people who long ago moved out of the house, eventually this new overhang is also going to fall down. So everything falls in the sea, including sadly the house, and we end up with a new cliff that's further back. So this is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. The house has fallen down, and what happens to the wave cut platform? It gets bigger, and every time the overhang falls down and the rubble is there, and then it's all taken away through attrition and abrasion, hydraulic action, it's moved away, the cliff slowly over time moves back, again leaving behind this wave cut platform. And if you've ever been somewhere like Kimmeridge or Lyme Regis, if you head west on the beach there, you can go to these beaches and there will be a tall cliff behind and these big flat areas of rock in front. Now the fact that that rock cliff is steep tells me that this is happening where there is hard rock, and in Lyme Regis, for example, it's limestone. It could be something like granite or shale. And that is the formation of a wave cut platform, and that process will continue again, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and a cliff that is moving backwards over time.